So, we're 2 days away from the prime card. After seeing the open workouts yesterday, I figured it's probably the best time to do some predictions for Saturday night. As usual, I will be doing a watch party, and I'm also thinking maybe for each of these predictions I get wrong, I do a double shot of tequila, something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. It started off with the tag team Nichlmao and Alex Wassabi versus Los Pinedas Colodas. Alex and Nick, both decent fighters, both of them having had some time now to refine their skills since their last fight. Nick looked really good against Swingless. Some would say he took that victory. Alex looked really good against iDubbbz. He took that victory. So both of them are going to be very confident now. They seem to be good friends as well, so that relationship is going to play into that tag team mentality. B-Dave maybe doesn't look as crisp as Pineda, especially when you looked at the open workouts. But what we have to remember is, despite what KSI made Pineda look like, Pineda is a professional boxer. He has been doing this. He has multiple amateur fights under his belt. So he has been doing this for a while. Pineda is looking really powerful though. He's definitely looking powerful on the pads. He's putting some power behind those punches. This is a really hard fight to predict, but I am going to have to give it to Los Pinedas Colodas. I mean, they're probably the fan favorites as well. I think B-Dave and Pineda are going to come out to claim that title, but I think it's going to be a really good fight for sure. And then we have both of Kenny's sons fighting each other. Whinderson Nunes versus my mate Nate. And if you look at both of their performances against King Kenny, your money is more likely going to be on my mate Nate. But losses can really change someone, especially losing the way that Whinderson did. You know that he's going to want to come out and prove something. Even with that being said, I still think my mate Nate is going to take the win here, and I'm going to say he's going to take the win by decision. Talking about King Kenny, we have King Kenny versus Anthony Taylor up next. I'm always surprised when people accept fights against Anthony Taylor. Sure, his background is mostly in MMA, but he's a really tough fighter. He's very difficult to get out of the ring in a neat fashion. He's an ugly fighter, and he's willing to play dirty. We've seen it against Tommy Fury. We've seen it against Idris Ferger, and we even saw it against Salt Papi. He's willing to scrap. And yeah, I really like Anthony Taylor, man. I like what he's done for the scene. He's very entertaining. I like his backstory as well. That being said, I'm also a fan of King Kenny, and I think what we saw against Whinderson Nunes is just the start of his journey. He has been taking this very seriously, and I think he's going to have to hand Anthony Taylor a loss on this one. It's not going to be a knockout, but definitely a loss. So I have King Kenny winning by decision. Then we have Deen the Great versus Walid Sharks. The rematch we have been waiting for since Misfits 003. Walid definitely dominated that first fight, knocking Deen, I think it was down 3 times, and basically reading almost everything Deen was throwing at him. Almost everything. Deen knocked him down with a vicious right hand and took the victory that night, and Walid has wanted revenge ever since. For me, this is literally a 50-50 fight because it can go either way, but I have to choose one, and I'm going to go with Deen. Despite Walid's background and everything and the respect I have for him as a fighter, I'm gonna have to go with Deen on this one by knockout. Then we have the people's main event, Salt Papi versus Slim. Oh man, this is going to be a good one. Salt Papi has gone through an incredible transformation. He's in great shape, but this is the first time that he's fighting at this new lighter weight. He lost that weight really quickly too. Sometimes that can affect your power, how you carry yourself, and how you shift your weight. So there are some things to consider when looking at his new physique. Slim is also looking really good. He's been fighting at this weight for a long time. He's comfortable at this weight. He's looking fit. He's looking sharp. He's had a lot of time to train. This is going to be a really hard fight to call, but I have to give it to Slim the Hitman by decision. Kicking off the double main event, we have Logan Paul versus Dillon Danis. Everybody is interested in seeing what happens here. With all of the trolling Dillon Danis has done, him actually showing up to the open workouts, the fact that he's in Manchester makes us all believe that he's going to show up to this fight. We really haven't seen much boxing of him, and from what we have seen, it doesn't really look good for him. Of course, Dillon came out and gave us absolutely nothing at the open workout as well. He was just trolling, doing some wrestling and some grappling. It's possible that Dillon Danis is way better than we think he is, and he comes out and shocks us all, but I find that highly unlikely. Logan Paul also didn't give anything away at the open workouts, but we have definitely seen more of Logan Paul in terms of boxing. Logan was also doing some wrestling in the ring, showing that if Dillon Danis wants to try and grapple, he's there for it. I don't know how much of that is actually going to happen on fight night. We'll see. Logan Paul has said, although he hasn't been fighting, he has been training these past few years, and he's been training boxing specifically. And if that's true, we're going to see a completely different Logan Paul on Saturday night. After everything Dillon has said on Twitter, I think Logan Paul is going to go in for the knockout here, and I think he's going to get it. Then finally, we have KSI versus Tommy Fury. I'm not even gonna mess around here. I'm gonna go against all of the odds, against most people's takes, and I'm going to say KSI is going to take the victory. I think KSI is going to take Tommy's head off. So what if Tommy Fury is a fundamentally better boxer than KSI? So what if Tommy Fury is naturally way bigger than KSI? So what if Tommy Fury has longer reach than KSI? So what if Tommy Fury's been doing this his whole life? I've seen KSI's boxing documentary. I'm sold. I'm sold. KSI is going to win. I'm a believer. I do want KSI to win this fight, and I think he might just be able to do it. So I'm going to go with KSI by knockout. And there we have it, my prime card predictions. I'm really looking forward to the chaos that's definitely going to happen at the press conference later today. It's in a couple of hours. I want to thank you guys for all the support you've been showing me lately. I'll see you guys on Saturday night. Don't miss it.